Hi, I'm Reynolds with Allie's Organics, and I want to show you how to harvest and store onions for winter storage. These are Walla Walla onions, and they are actually ready to harvest because they've emerged from the soil. We've got a lot of yellowing in the leaves, and the leaves have actually fallen over. So this is just a really good time to harvest them. So if you have really good soil, you can just kind of work them loose and pull them up. But if you don't, then you're going to have to use a shovel because then you can damage the onion. But make sure that you don't bump the onion itself. So just carefully lift them up if your soil isn't good. But with this soil, it's so loose that all I have to basically do is just wiggle them right out. At this point, we want to move them into a shady location because we don't want them to cure out in the sun, because then they'll sunburn, they have no protection, and then you'll end up having rot on one side. Some choices that you can do, and I actually move a little screen out into my lawn, and they need to stay dry while they're drying too. So I just have a little screen that lifts them up off the ground, and I just basically lay them in the shade so that they can just dry out. You don't want them touching because then they're not going to dry out where they're touching each other. And then the roots will end up drying and you'll get more of that papery skin on them. Once they're dry, it usually takes 24 to 48 hours depending on your humidity that you have. You can come out to your onion and you can cut this off, but I actually prefer just to pull the green off of it because you get less chance of rot happening in there. You could also braid them, but you wouldn't pull the top off to store them, just like you would braided garlic. But I just simply pop the tops of them off and then hang them in a mesh bag, just so they have air circulation. You want to keep them in a cooler temperature. Optimum is between 50 and 65 degrees. You can store them that way. Usually, depending on the variety of onion, this is Walla Walla, and it actually will last for 3 to 4 months here in our area, just hanging in a mesh bag in the pantry. It's about 65 degrees, so it could be cooler. So anyways, these are just some good tips for harvesting and storing your onions.